Magnetic field lines, the invisible lines around a magnet. In the previous video, we have already known what are magnetic field lines, and we have also known that we need some objects to draw the magnetic field lines. If you haven't watched the previous video, please click on the I button and watch the previous video to get a better understanding of this video. Now let's move forward. Let us talk about the objects that we need to draw magnetic field lines. Objects required are, first you need to get a bar magnet. What's a bar magnet? It is a rectangular piece of magnetic material. It can be made up of iron, steel or any other alloy. Alloy means mixture of different metals. It has the magnetic field with a distinct north pole and south pole as shown in the figure. Now where will you get a bar magnet? You can just type online bar magnet purchase and you can get it from any online stores that you like. Also, you can get it at any nearby local shops like science and education supply stores or hardware stores. So a bar magnet is very common to get. Next object required is a magnetic compass or a compass needle. This is how it looks like. A magnetic compass needle is a small, light-weighted needle made up of magnetic material, or it can be also called a pointer. And this pointer is pivoted at its center. That means it has a fixed axis about which the pointer rotates. This pointer or the magnetic compass needle is kept in a small aluminum or brass case with a glass top as shown in this figure. Now there's a pointed end of the compass needle and it is usually red in color. This indicates the north direction. Do not get confused by the N letter on the aluminum brass case. So this N is not the north direction. The north direction is where the pointer of the compass needle marks. Accordingly, the opposite side is south, this is east and this is west. The letters, those are written in the aluminum or brass case are fixed. They cannot be moved. But the pointer actually moves and rotates and shows you which is the north direction wherever you are standing. Now let us come to how are the magnetic field lines, which are also known as magnetic lines of forces, drawn or traced. The most simple method of plotting magnetic field lines is using a bar magnet. So take a bar magnet. On the left side, keep the north side of the bar magnet and keep the south on the right side. Next, place the compass needle near the north pole of the bar magnet. Let's place it. When you place it, you will see that the north pole of the compass needle stays away from the north pole of the bar magnet. What does it mean? Whenever you will place it, you will see the north pole will rotate away from the north of the bar magnet. Why so? Because like poles repel each other. Now, next you have to mark the position of the north pole of the compass on a paper with a pencil. So this is the position of the north pole of the compass needle. So we mark it by a dot. Next, shift the compass needle so that its south pole, that is the white end of the needle, coincides with the dot marked on the paper. So let us shift the compass needle in such a way that the south pole coincides this dot, and then you will see the north pole turns a little bit and mark with a dot again at the north pole of the compass needle. Fine. Let us shift the compass needle again, coincide the south pole with the dot. The north pole will turn a little bit. Take a pencil, mark dot at the north pole again. So you have to repeat this process again and again and again unless the dots reach or the compass needle reaches the south pole. Then you have to join all these dots. So you'll get a carved line, and the curve so obtained is called the magnetic line of force or the magnetic field line. Now If you want to draw another line of force, so place the magnetic compass again somewhere else but near the North Pole only. Again you'll find one dot that coincides with the North Pole of the compass needle. You will again have to shift it, mark the dot. Similarly, we'll get another magnetic line of force. So a large number of magnetic lines or forces can be drawn around a bar magnet by placing a compass needle at different locations. You can keep them in any random location. The geometric distribution of the magnetic lines of force around a bar magnet actually depends upon the direction of its axis relative to the Earth's axis, as our Earth also acts as a giant bar magnet. In the upcoming videos, we are going to learn about the properties of magnetic field lines.